Hi guys, my name is Sabrina and welcome back to my channel. A number of weeks ago I've done a video where I destroyed several pencils and I still had the colored lead of them left, and I did not just want to throw them out without trying something different with them. So I decided to take some Derwent and some Craft Sensation pencil lead and crush them up and see if I could watercolor with them. So I started out by swatching the actual lead on the paper. Following that, I started crushing up all the colored lead. Now I have to say that the thicker lead, which was from the Derwent pencils, was a bit more difficult to crush up. It wouldn't crush as fine as Craft Sensation ones, and they're just different in consistency, I suppose. But I managed to get them all crushed, and it took quite a while, so I just shortened it up for you there in the video. And following that, I was like, well, I don't know exactly which colors I want to use yet. I picked out a number of colors, and a lot of the colors that I destroyed were reds and browns and yellowy green, like not as vibrant, I suppose. And I don't know why I did that, but I decided to start make the drawing regardless and go for that. So I wanted to make a character because I kind of always make characters nowadays, and I wanted her to have like an angel wing and then some flowers around her. So I wasn't entirely sure how to compose everything, what I wanted to do, and if this is really what I wanted to go for. But I think it worked out okay for this drawing. I don't think it's my best sketch. It's only a sketch. It's very simple, and that's just what it is, I suppose. But I wanted to pick some colors from here. Now, I did have to get some equipment, so I have 3 brushes that I'm using. I have a big one, which is, it's number 10 Da Vinci Hello Debut Rinschar, 1587 Germany. That's what's on there. If you're familiar with art and brushes, maybe you know this. I don't know if this is a good one. I got this one for free. I actually purchased this when I signed up for an art course online, and they sent all the materials to your house, and this was part of that as well. So that was part of it. And the other brush I have, the white one I have, is a number 6 LTC. That's all that says on it. It doesn't say anything else, so I don't know what else. And I do have like a tiny brush, which I suppose is handy for details, and that came in one of the watercolor packs that I received. So it's just, I don't know, I don't think it's that great quality. I guess it's soft. Like, they feel nice. I love how brushes feel. But that's what I got. So I decided to try and see if I could wet the paper first and then put the color on top of it. And keep in mind that I have never ever done watercolor in my life, and now I'm doing that, plus I'm using a material that is never used for watercoloring, so I'm not sure what I'm doing really, and it shows, which is okay. Like, we all have to learn, we all have to start somewhere, and like I played around only a tiny bit, like on a tiny piece of square paper, and just to see the difference what happened with the watercolor when I put it on the paper on its own and on the paper when there's some water on there. So I think that's where I got this idea from. So here's where it all went wrong. And then this phase happened. Oh my goodness. And this is my own fault for not swatching the colors after it got crushed and after the water got added. And this is something I could have expected. Like, not all the pencil got crushed as fine as they could. I tried my hardest, it just would not go. for some of the colors. And I have to say the Derwent colors were much more grainy than the Craft Sensation colors, so I suppose that's a plus side for the Craft Sensation ones that I used up. So I decided to, after swatching this, use the pink, the green and the yellow only, because those colors just looked the best when I put it on the paper. They had the least amount of grain in them, and they still were very, very vibrant. Now I did have to add a lot of water, and I did try and remove a lot of like the sandy leftover bits that were in the watercolor tray itself, and I think it helped after that. So I think you can see with like the pink in a moment as well that it just lays on the paper much better than I thought it would, and I'm actually quite surprised with how well it turned out for that. And I think I'm gonna like pick it up, and I'll edit this out, but I think I'm gonna pick it up in the end by adding line art over it, and I think I really should not have done that, but this is my first piece and you learn along the way. And like the first painting I've made of the girl, I was like, oh my god, I completely destroyed that, so I couldn't use that, so I had to throw it out. So that's why I made this new one, and I was like, we just have to start over. I just have to go way simpler. I should not do anything intricate or anything like that. This is the first time I'm using it, and I want to try and see how I can make it work. And what I did like a lot, and I've seen people do this with actual watercolors as well, is that they push the darker color into a certain area of their drawing, and that is what I wanted to do too. And I think it worked. It didn't go too bad. I managed to get the color to the places that I wanted and make certain areas darker and other areas lighter without completely removing the color from the paper. So that is a learning experience, so that is a plus. And for like, these are colored pencils, guys. Like, this is not actual watercolor, this is colored pencils. It's crazy that they perform this way. And I wonder afterwards, will this painting erase if I go over it with an eraser? And I haven't tried that, and I don't think I am going to try, because I quite like right now how it turned out, especially for like a first watercolor painting. I went a bit over the top, I suppose, with all the little bits that I wanted to try, but you'll see that in a moment there. Yeah, so I have the three colors, and I wanted to try and see if I could have like darker areas and lighter areas using the same colors, because I don't have any other shades available to me right now. I only have what I have. Now, I did notice that I found myself wanting to go back much too fast to certain areas that were not dry enough yet. So you can see some of the watercolor actually bleeding through to an area that I've already done, which was still too wet to go to. So that was a bit of a bummer, but sure, there's not much I can do about that now, is there? Maybe I should try to make a painting in actual watercolors. It's a fun little thing to do. But for now, I think I've had my fill right now. And it's not because I don't like it. I do like it. I like how it looks. It's just completely different from copic markers and completely different from the things that I usually do. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I do want to get better at my regular drawings first before I really start to focus on learning another skill. And I say that, but I have been thinking about trying to do digital art as well, which always looks amazing. When I see other people do it, I'm in awe. I'm like, oh my god, how can you make that look so beautiful? When I do that, it just doesn't look right. I can't make it look right. So yeah, maybe that's something for just quiet evenings or something, that maybe I can have like a tablet or something that I could try that out while not doing anything else. So the butterflies themselves, I did want to add some color to them as well. So you'll see me put in the line art for the bodies. And I think I should have left it there. Like, aside from like the splotches that I'm going to create at the bottom, I think I should have not added the final line art. And that's part of the learning experience, part of the journey in art. Sometimes you overdo things when you shouldn't have done that, and sometimes it makes it look better. But sure, it is what it is. I can't go back. In conclusion, the color pencils, they work. If you crush them up fine enough, add enough water, and maybe leave them sit for a little while to really let that color soak in, it works. But make sure you swatch it first. Don't be like me. Don't start your drawing that you have an entire beautiful sketch made and that you color over it and completely ruin your drawing. Don't do that. So swatch them first. That helps for sure. Then you can see which colors are best, and then you can base your drawing off those colors and work with that. So this was it, guys, the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed watching. This was very fun to make. It was different, and I'm glad I made it. Like, I didn't want to throw away the colored lead and let just that be it. I just wanted to do something with it and just try something else. It was funny to do. Did it work out? Partly. Did I learn something from it? Yes. Can I do it better? Yes. Will I try watercolor again in the future? Yeah, I might. I don't see why not. So, again, I hope you enjoyed watching. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button down below, and I'll catch you guys next week. Bye!